Okay, when we calculate the HCF and the LCM of 2 or 3 or multiple numbers, we first need to know what each of these means. So when we break up the word HCF, we know it stands for highest common factor. And many of us freak out a bit because we see the word factor and then we lose a bit of train of thought of what it comprises of. So a factor is a number that can fit into a number. So the analogy that I taught my classes is that when you buy a pair of jeans, you can always buy a bigger size. You can't buy a smaller size. So if you are theoretically, let's say for instance, you are a size 8 person, you can fit into a size 16 jean. I'm not saying it'll fit well, but you'll fit in. Therefore, 8 is a factor of 16. So when we calculate factors of a number, we do the T-bone method. So if I ask you to calculate the factors of 24, which is quite a good one to ask in tests or examination, set up a T-bone. It's basically just a capital T. At the top you write F for 24. It means factors of 24. And we always start with our lowest and highest factors. So first number I'm going to go to 24 is 1. And 24 divided by 1 is 24. Second number that can go in is 2. 2 times what gives me 24? It is 12. Can 3 go in? Yes, it can. 3 goes in 8 times. Can 4 go in? Yes, it goes in 6 times. Can 5 go in? No, so we don't write down 5. Can 6 go in? Yes, but I've already written 6, so I don't need to write it again. And ultimately, you'll see that it's in ascending order in a U shape if you write it like that. Let's say I also asked for the factors of 36. So again, start your T-bone. Right, 136, 2 and 18, 3 and 9. Apologies, 8. And right, 4 and 9. And then 5 can't go in. 6 times 6, and then we see go back to ascending order. So once we do that, we can double check by seeing that it's in correct space. Good. So here you've mastered writing the factors of 24 and the factors of 36. But the question asks for you to calculate the HCF of 24 and 36. And when you see this question, it can be anywhere between 2 marks to 3 marks in exam paper. So step 1 would be to write the factors of both numbers as I've done above. That's your 2 marks in the back. And then all you need to do is afterwards then go identify factors that are common. In other words, that are found in both T-bones, if you will. So 1 and 1, 2 and 2, 3 and 3, 4 and 4, 6 and 6. There's no 8 that can go into 36. So I'll leave that 1 there. And then 12 can go in, right? And 24 can't go in. So the highest number that's common for both is 12. So therefore, it is equal to 12. And that's where you get your third mark. Right. Calculating the LCM. So when we look at the word or phrase LCM, we look at lowest common multiple. So actually much easier than working out the HCF. Let's say, for instance, I asked for the LCM of 4 and let's say, for instance, 6. So first thing first, again, this will be a 3-mark question. You'd start off by writing the multiples of 4. Multiples of a number is the same as just counting in that given number. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. and it carries on into infinity. There's no fixed way of how many multiples you need to write. My rule of thumb is always write between 5 to 10 multiples. Then we write the multiples of 6. So I've got 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, etc. Right, same story here. We're going to identify any common multiples. So 12 and 12, that's fine. Anything else that's common, 24 and 24. If your list was longer, you would have more common ones. Now here I'm looking for the lowest common number, so that would have to be 12. So your LCM is equal to 12.